Hi guys, welcome back to the garden. Alright, it is our second Sunday stroll of the season. Looking at Desdemona, all of the roses here are being grown in containers. Started blooming way ahead of anything in the garden, but they are looking beautiful, and so they have taken the spotlight. Right? It is a chilly and windy start to the morning. We are sitting at about 46 degrees. With the wind, it feels like 30. I apologize if you're seeing my shadow, but a very nippy morning. The roses, however, seem to be enjoying it, which is good. The second rose that we're looking at right here, this is Thomas A. Beckett. Look at Thomas holding these little canes upright. Hopefully, I'm capturing him. Okay, do you see all of those buds getting ready? Yep, he is getting ready to give us a full show. Okay, these are his older blooms from last week. Still holding on to them. And I think one of the reasons why he's able to do that is because of the cooler temps that we've had. Mm, That is perfect. This rose back here is Gentle Hermione. These are faded blooms. These have been open for at least 4 days. Okay, okay, let's go around. I keep forgetting the name of this rose every time I pass her, and I'm supposed to introduce you to her. I forget her name. Cathedral Bells. Cathedral Bells. Wow, look at this. This was a store-bought rose. Those bare root wraps from the big box stores. I think I paid only $8 for this. Planted her in the container last year. And look at all the potential. Look at this. Look at all of those buds. Oh my gosh, they're huge and beautiful. Mm. So we are waiting on her to explode. It'll be absolutely beautiful when she does. And let me give you an update on the newly planted roses so far this season. Right here is the iceberg. This rose is showing me that it's going to be very healthy and very vigorous. Right, I've only had this one planted now for, when did we plant this? Maybe 2, 3 weeks. Right? This one right here is Shirley's Bouquet, and Shirley's Bouquet looks like she's going to be not do so well for me again. This is the one that I keep trying over and over again because I love the rose, but for some reason I've never been able to get it to survive. Right, but I do love her blooms. Um, let's see that, right? Let's give her some time and see if she will pep up for us and fill in. All right, this little one or two is young Lycidas. This is the young Lycidas that we transplanted from the back garden as it had not grown any at all last year. I'm still not seeing a lot of growth yet, but hey, we're just started the season. So let's give him some more time, right? Believe it or not, he is trying to send up a bud, right? Oh, my baby. We'll keep babying him. We will keep babying him more nutrients. I can see on his leaves, and if you can see it, that they're sort of pale. But let's see. And I'm looking for new basil breaks. Ah, I think I see one. Come here, let me show you. This little fella has one coming up right here. Can you see that? That's good. That's a good sign. I'm not seeing one on this guy right now, but we will keep babying him and see if he'll be able to settle in and thrive in the container better than he did in ground. All right, let's take a look now at the roses that we've got growing in the landscape. Remember, the container roses are way ahead of anything that we've got going on in the landscape. These guys are now filling out. Ooh, sorry about the glare. This right here is Emily Bronte. Okay, look at the buds. Way more controlled this year than she was last year. Last year, she sent up a lot of very long canes. And unfortunately, she was not able to support any of those canes. They all fell over. right? So I'm hoping this year she'll be able to have a more controlled habit. I did prune her back harder, so hopefully that will help, right? But looking good. The new growth that I'm seeing looks really healthy so far, right? Yeah, good. Right, moving on from Emily Bronte, I'm going to take you over to the side garden. All right. Right here in our side garden, let's give you an update on everyone. Starting from this teeny little baby here on the ground. This is a knockout rose, a cut in that we took last year from the only one that's left in the garden, and I'll show you her in a few minutes. Look, it's growing beautifully, and I'm hoping that she thrives in the space. This is where we had removed the other knockout. So we need her to grow hair, settle in, and establish so that we'll have a balanced bed. Beside her is Claire Austin. You were with me when we pruned this one this spring, right? They are in the back of the border, so we did prune them high. She's pushed up new growth, yes, new growth. Lots of little buds forming, but she is looking healthy so far. I've got some bug damage on older leaves. I need to take a look at that. All right, but growing beautifully. Right here in the front of the bed, this is the poet's wife. Very rounded. I am impressed with how rounded and beautiful she looks. Right? Look at that. Look at all of the energy, all of the new growth, all of the buds on top. She is going to bloom beautifully this spring. I like that. That is the poet's wife. Wow. I'm actually very impressed with that. This is beautiful. This is the best she has looked. This is her second season in, and this is the fullest and yeah, best that she's looked for me. Haven't planted her 2 seasons now. Next one here is another Claire Austin. Mhm. And the final lady on the bed is our knockout rose, right? The only one that we had left, right? And praying health for this one and vigor. Looking beautifully at the start of the season as always. Mhm. Right, and so now we are just waiting. Look at that weed back there. Do you guys see it? I have so many of them popping up in the garden. I can't tell you what it is, that weed. Do you see it? Ah, I'm going to come and cut it out. And if you don't get it from the roots, it comes right back. I kid you not, right back. And okay, all right, let's go and take a quick walk to the beds on the outside of the garden. Ooh, it is chilly this morning, guys. It is chilly. Hey, another gentle Hermione getting ready as well to do her thing, which is good. Are you noticing the chlorotic looking leaves? Okay. I've noticed it. I'm noticing it on most of the roses that I've shown you so far, which means I should probably come around and fertilize again. But we'll see. All right. On the outside, here is Bolero. This rose was newly planted last year as a bare root. Has not pushed up a lot of growth in terms of the height as yet, but she survived the winter, right? Which is always awesome. And she is going to flower for us this year. Okay, right here we have Twilight Zone. Now, this rose was pruned back so low because of winter damage, right? And I am happily surprised, pleasantly surprised that she's able to push up growth and that she's coming back in beautifully for us. Every year she gets bigger and fuller. This is going to be her third season, and I'm looking forward to beautiful things from her as always. There are three of her planted in this bed. Let me pull back so you can see them. right? And she needs to fill in and own this bed, right? All right. All right, the next row's on the run here. Third row's coming down. This is Charles Darwin. Oh, Charles always satisfies me. I've cut this guy back so far every year because of winter dieback, right? This year, I think we only had two canes or three and a Peros, and I was really, a little bit worried, right? That he would not be able to fill out in the bed. But look at him. He always does, right? Looking beautiful, healthy foliage and beautiful buds. These buds are a good size. Ooh, all right. He's getting ready to do some things here. That is Charles Darwin. Look at my alliums in the back, although I cannot make it there. They are blooming and saying hello. All right. Moving over. This is Enchanted Peace. Okay. I love the new growth on Enchanted Peace. I like the color. Has always been a healthy rose since planting. Very vigorous, very healthy, no complaints, right? The only complaint that we had is that she's too big. She's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful flowers. Reliable bloomer. All right. And the final rose on the run is going to be Gabriel. Oh, Gabriel. All right. Healthy so far, right? Also pushing up buds, which is awesome. Not as full as I would like him to be, but hey, he tends to surprise me. Last year he did. He started just like this, and then all of a sudden he filled out in the bed and sent up the biggest, most beautiful blooms that I had ever seen. I'll see. I'll try to find. Hopefully, I have some video of it. I can just pop it up so you can see him. Gorgeous rose, absolutely gorgeous, spectacular fragrance. Oh my gosh! Right? Definitely one that rewarded me for growing. Right, a peek up and through the fence. Okay. There's our climber sticking out, Florentina. Absolutely beautiful in terms of the new growth. You've seen that? She's going to flower beautifully for us this year. Most of the winter damage that we had because of that last freeze, I had to come back in and um, prune back. Right? But I'm hoping that the roses will not be too bothered by it and they'll push up a lot of new growth so that they'll be able to give us a lot of new blooms. Okay, but that is Florentina. All right, and I'll turn you just a bit. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. That rose right there in the background with all that pretty new growth on it. I'll try to see if I can get into the garden to show you. That is Salis Marner looking beautiful, isn't he? Yeah, a lovely rose. All right. Oh, Salis Marner is budded up so beautifully. Can you see it? Oh, wow. This is nice. This is nice. I remember when I planted this trio of roses that there was this rose right here was the smallest and would not grow. And I was like, oh man. But now, oh, you can't tell that it was a struggling rose before, right? Nope. All beautiful, healthy specimens of a Salis Marner. Mm. All right, and that is our quick Sunday stroll through the garden this morning. I hope you guys are having an absolutely awesome day. I really love sharing my garden updates with you. Right? Let's keep growing roses together. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye.